Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Commentaries Magic's presentation of the BABSCon 2024 Neighlander event. I am Cursed Chords. I hope that if you are coming to us from the United States or Canada, or another country that celebrates Good Friday, that you are having a wonderful holiday. Thank you for joining us for this day. Just going through the the sort of pre-tournament procedures on the floor down in San Francisco. So I will bring you the stream from the stream table in a few seconds here. A few minutes here, probably. More likely. I should tell you that I am extremely excited to see what this tournament has to offer us. We have never had a Highlander event before for MLP. For those of you unfamiliar with what exactly Highlander means, it's a format that I think was kind of broadly started by Magic the Gathering. The way that we implement it here is that it's the Harmony rule set, but everyone has to bring a minimum of 75 cards in their deck, and you are limited to a maximum of one copy of any card. So by both reducing the number of copies and seriously increasing the size of your deck, it's much harder to be consistent in terms of what your deck tries to do. And let me just I think we're getting a game starting, maybe. So let me just bring you to the floor.
Rules text trumps, sorry, game text trumps rules text.
The Swan.
I should leave it upside down.
So are you as insane as me in your choice of main?
No. But I actually considered that one.
Are you running Trixie?
No. I'm running a similar main to yours, you know.
Are you sure?
Give me a second to find those
similar?
bits at the top.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Right? Is it? Hold on. Yeah.
Tutors?
Yeah, it is a tutor main. One of the two tutor mains.
Oh,
I'm running the second one.
okay.
This is my badge. It's a pip badge, but actually it's Hifrock. I'm not ready for this. Thank you. I'm a big fan.
Are you a big fan?
I am a big fan.
Alright, so looks like we're going to have Hithrock on the left and Bugle on the right.
If we're both playing tutor decks, do we remotely have a chance of even coming close to ending?
I know, actually, what Hithrock is going to be playing. He showed me his deck before the tournament.
My deck is not good.
I
I
don't
think mine
know
is.
what Bugle is doing.
No, my deck is like actually not good.
Okay.
For example, I don't.
Just going to adjust the volume a little bit here, hopefully.
I'm
You
starting.
can hear what I'm saying and maybe hear
My
what the
main doesn't change power when it
players are saying as well.
only scenario where that's true.
So, coming into this, I was certainly expecting purple to be one of the major decks and colors to get played. Mostly because the Celestia main seems to be like it would be absurd in this format. The ability to search for things is amazing in a format where you only have a single copy of anything in your deck.
Because then sure,
Yeah, you have
could
free
go
free.
for
And purple not only gives you Celestia main, also gives you good old Gyro to tutor for events.
Exactly, yes.
The only problem being, thank goodness, maybe, Gyro's an Earth Pony, so you can't search for him, then search for an event.
Not just this card and Grogar.
As to what kind of styles the deck will get played, as mentioned, I don't think you can build a deck that consistently goes for one
Person, we picked
style.
we volunteered to come on stream just for you. Because this is gonna be purple versus purple.
Yep. We have other colors.
Oh, I see.
Have a other color.
They said they wanted to come on just for me, just to get all the purple.
No.
Okay.
But if I couldn't
But yeah, I am kind of expecting, and I think this is broadly what I saw from Hithrock's deck,
because
um,
one singleton restriction.
that you can be
Needs two
something like a control deck that also does a little bit of farming and probably can go a little mid-range if needs to be. Like, I think this is probably the thing that I appreciate most about Neighlander, is I get the feeling these decks are going to be kind of Swiss Army knives, and then it's up to you as you play to figure out what you're going to be trying to do based on what cards you have.
You just keep replacing the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily how it's going to work out, but if it does work out like that, it's going to be a super cool
The other one.
format for me to pay attention to, at least.
So the combo deck that I want to run in the next Harmony is it's entirely tutorable by Royal Tutor.
So, yeah, as mentioned,
So I want
purple versus purple. Bugle, I heard him joke about this earlier, since he's running the purple Luna
else is completely tutorable.
with 2 power on its boosted side, and he's running Buckball strategy as his opening problem. His main has the same power on its start side and its boosted side, which is
This is perfect.
interesting in general. Of course, power doesn't really matter. I honestly
I'm not bothering the sideboard.
forgotten a little bit.
Yeah, me neither.
I think Luna searches for events, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
The rules say what the rules say, so if you want to go down to 70, you can.
We are not bothering.
Heard them both say we're not going to be doing any sideboard. Oh, that's a little unfortunate, the glare. I believe that's Mystery at Hope Hollow
Oh, I don't
that Hithrock is starting with.
even if that is how much power I start with.
It's close enough.
Alright. We're gonna maybe, hopefully, see some cards.
Usual. Oh, actually, I have this thing for 18 now. I forgot.
Can we start yet?
I did hear them say there are 8 members in the tournament, which likely means that we're going to be looking at 3 rounds. So, yeah, as hopefully that'll be a good amount of plenty cards to whet your appetite before all the other stuff that's coming this weekend. Out where tomorrow we have the Adventure Swiss rounds, and then on Sunday we have the Adventure Tough Cut. And I'll be here for all of those, along with Pancake for Saturday and Sunday. Friday it's just me.
One of these is Cloud Chaser, one of them is Footer.
I'm naming Cloud Chaser.
Correct.
Cool.
You can barely tell anymore.
Do I want to go first?
Great way to do it.
That's a good question. Do you want to go first?
Hithrock with a choice.
Probably not, actually.
Ah, darn. I wanted to go second.
Yeah, both these decks want to go second, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be tough. Whole Harmony card pool.
Tranquility in my opening hand. I assume you're also running Tranquility.
I actually don't,
Yeah,
but I probably should have.
I remember looking at Hithrock's deck and him not running Tranquility.
Okay.
Which, like, why not run a 74 card deck if you can afford to?
Fine hand.
Especially if you are playing Celestia main.
Yeah, I'll keep my hand.
Hithrock keeping.
It is fine.
So I know the Hithrock, yeah, like I said, and like he said, I think I may have been talking over him. He's running a deck that's kind of got pieces of a combo in it. It will be a full combo deck if he was able to run more than
Yeah.
a single copy of everything. But yeah, this is likely to be a kind of control versus control weirdness.
I think I'm going to pass. Go ahead.
I got 380 and I'll pass.
Seeing some pink and some is that white? No, it's all pink, I think, in Hithrock's hand. And it's pink in Bugle's hand too.
I have 2 cards in my deck that I keep getting confused. Because I never play either of them.
Couple of troublemakers.
I have a lot of the same character in my hand.
Is it all Trixie?
No, but my deck has a fair amount of Trixie.
My hand is bad. think I can tutor my way out of this yet. So, well, actually, if I tutor now,
Just gonna pull up
draw a free card next turn, can't I?
Ponyhead because I think I'm gonna need it.
Let's waste everyone's time by trying to find a specific card.
Right, yeah. So Dreamcatcher is pay 3 to turn it over, and then search for an event
Yeah,
when you do so.
tutoring really slow.
And then there's the whole
Yeah, it sure does.
principal
And I'm gonna
wall of text for how to get it back over.
Okay, we're gonna find it's elementary.
So yeah, between these two mains, expect a lot of shuffling and
This deck.
drawing
I'm
and
playing
such.
some amount. I don't remember. I'll draw a card. I'll get.
I mean, you're tutoring. You don't need to run that much, right?
Yeah. Well, it is. I run a color where there aren't a lot of unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
Give you
In Hithrock's case, he does need to have some number of events before he at least starts tutoring anything.
yeah, but I do run them. Yes. Okay.
So, and since he's starting Mystery, he actually is pretty seriously in need of
How many cards I am at? It's fine for now.
Should be at 7.
entry and color fixing and such.
I am at 7. Yes.
Well, this is already a good game. I got to use my mains.
I am actually stupid. I should have done this last turn.
You should have done that last turn. That's what I was hoping to find turn 1. That's why
Right, castle for
Let's pretend I just drew.
Hithrock makes a lot of sense. I actually don't know if there's anything else in his hand he can. Oh no, he has a Twilight, I think, that he can play,
I think,
but it probably doesn't make much sense to play it. So yeah,
No, what's the trigger? Start of main phase. Okay, so gain 2 AT, draw a card for turn.
right. It is start of main phase. You may reveal.
Top card of my deck.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything bigger than that.
Yeah, if you do and reveal a card from your hand,
If the print, yeah. If
the printed power of the card from your hand is greater.
oh, I have to reveal a card from my
Card from your deck goes into your hand and turn this card over. Yeah, so you
reveal. It's elementary. Oh darn.
Okay, I'll make note that you have its elementary.
Yeah, you should.
okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. Presuming Bugle's going to do that every turn, Hithrock is always going to know the top card of his deck.
I
Actually,
guess.
go on top.
Sure.
It was
Yeah,
just.
it was just.
Yeah, or
Well, I know what I'm drawing.
or else Bugle's main's going to be flipped over. Flipped to the start side, I mean.
Do I just discard a card here? Do
I get the sensation I'm not going to be making much use out of those score overlays in this game. It's going to be a lot of just searching and passing, taking AT. Uh-oh. Let me give this a second in the hopes that the stream comes back to me. Okay, give me a second while I try to resolve this and get the console back to you. Console streams can always be a little bit choppy from time to time. Are running on mobile data, so lag spikes occur. We'll try to have this restored to you as soon as we can. So, I'm going to take a moment to talk a little bit more about kind of how I was theorizing how Highlander would go while we have this moment here. Purple, as I was saying, seems like a fairly obvious choice between all the good events that you have and the great mains that you have available to you. The other direction that I was thinking of going, if I had been participating in the event, would have been blue. Just because blue has a lot, like blue's kind of thing that it's been doing lately with the movement synergy. That's just kind of good in a general sense. It's a very applicable kind of ability to have. In most situations, if you're trying to do aggro-related things, movement is probably going to be something that's worth having. And so it seemed like if you wanted to build like an aggro deck around blue, and also blue having the extra point card is also very useful, you could probably do a reasonable job of it, even if you were forced to take a whole bunch of different cards and sacrifice your consistency. I just run down all the colors now that I'm here. I don't know that you'd have much of a good time if you used yellow. That's unfortunately just due to the fact that... Oh, here we go.
I mean, you might notice the distinct lack of events in my discard pile.
Alright, got the
Okay, move it.
stream back for you.
I have plenty of events over.
Yeah, can I steal your events? Can I flip from your discard pile?
Got a few things happen. Hifrock, as we were just coming back on, was
Only reason I
making note of the lack of
really don't care about
events in his discard.
and I want to get further into my deck.
Yes.
Hifrock looks like he did some... Well, he got some pink entry somehow. Didn't involve a rush makeover. Perhaps there's a barrel in his hand right now. Can't see that. But he got a pink card in play.
Okay.
Are we up?
Yep. Okay, you're gonna pay 3 to get rid of my silver stream.
Yes.
Alright.
Well, no.
Hooray!
We'll play a minuet here.
Minuet. Okay. That's the one that retires.
And I'll retire it to minuet.
Yes, retires to gain eccentric, I think. Or to,
Alright.
yeah.
Score phase.
Yep.
Attempt to confront.
Go for it.
I'm gonna have to be,
First point.
yeah, really trying to identify cards at a rapid clip here, because we're gonna see lots of cards that I've probably not seen in a long time. In a game situation.
Ooh. Oh, okay. I can put that in my hand. I'm gonna reveal the card.
Yeah?
Google has continued to do cycling things, I'm sure. Mostly fire stuff. Or discard stuff at the end of turn, because I don't think he's played anything so far. Oh, there we go. Troublemaker. No? Or...
Yeah, we'll pay 1 for a
Troublemaker. Okay. Also, Hithrock
Alright.
probably scored a point in his last
Draw a card.
round. He would have, right? That's mystery. That minuet's 3. Yeah, I think...
Eager.
I'm gonna say Hithrock scored a point.
very far behind.
I think it seems likely to me that he did.
I don't
Probably
have
just
a
happened in
single
the
event in my discard pile.
meantime
You had
that we were off.
and an AT gen and a card gen.
That doesn't count.
It's frightened currently, so frightened friends can't have
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, how many times will I flip my main before you flip your main? Right now we're at 2.
We're at 2. We'll find out.
Hithrock, well, he's lamenting his lack of events, but yeah, he's got the ability to play, well, the pink events at least.
Pass?
Yeah, I'll just confront and pass. And I'll discard. It's gonna work.
Sure. 3. Draw a card.
Okay, the thought goes to 2.
Oh
Dr.
wow, it's
Caballero.
that one.
It's an 8-power troublemaker.
Depending on what kind of plan you
I guess I don't confront anymore.
We'll see. I have faith.
Okay. So, Bugle was lamenting his lack of progress, which
Is that worth doing?
I guess that implies he must be playing a control deck probably with all these troublemakers and such.
We're gonna pay 1 for a sneak attack.
Oh,
Okay, sneak attack, search for troublemaker. As expected, much searching.
I'm gonna find an AT gem.
oh, you're running discard?
No, I'm running Grogar.
Oh, yeah, same thing.
I'm gonna play a mysterious troublemaker.
Without even putting it to hand. So yeah, this looks like a fairly... I didn't see any cards in Bugle's deck that wouldn't fit in a control deck.
5.
So it seems fairly clear that's what he's doing. Which makes sense. If he's got search for events on his main, he's got a tutor every turn,
I love AT.
in theory. Fairly expensive one, but
No.
it is
You've exhausted Twilight's Castle for
a tutor every turn.
Does it?
If he gets enough AT gem going, then actually
Pay 1.
it might be pretty good.
Violating?
Okay.
Actually, I don't have
You
purple.
can't. Yeah, you don't have a purple.
That's
Because you
sad.
said, like you said, you're not running Buckfall.
That's true. I'm so used.
Right. So Hithrock, I think he has the purple entry to just correct that. So there we go. Now he can pay 1 for Twilighting.
Twilighting.
Events in the discard, that is.
Ha.
Okay, so Luna's Future, that's a Spectacle, I think. I think that's a foil all-team organizer.
Want to discard. Which is the Twilight that I would be exhausting for 18.
What?
Actually, no, yeah, probably want her because she's an ET gem.
Yeah, you're crazy.
But the other options are also really good, you know?
Um,
I think
Luna's Future,
go into my
I mean, those all have some value, I guess. Yeah, Spectacle is probably the least
deck at some point.
useful for the situation.
That's fine. And yeah, we'll spend her. I don't know if it makes sense to do now because she's
I will have to let Sim know after the event that the glare is a little unfortunate in the current situation.
interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will need to discard up to 2.
Yeah, Miss Main. Right, so he's going to discard some events, of course. Get Celestia turned over.
Hyper Beam. With the rules text, you get to see your opponent's hand.
Yep. What else am I doing? I don't want to discard anything else.
Oh, yes, Bugle pointing out that Hyper Beam's a lot less. Well, you always get to see your opponent's hand, but there will be no extra copies of the resource that you're dismissing.
Sure.
Hooray!
I'm gonna gain 3. Draw a card.
Okay, so evaluation of the board state as it currently stands.
You probably would have lost.
Bugles of Hithrox is not really able to score points anymore, of course.
You ready
Yeah.
to find out what my troublemaker is?
No, I'm not.
But yeah, I think Hithrock's in a better state in terms of developing resources and making stuff happen so far.
Here, right up until it wasn't. I was gonna go find a nap cake, then I remember I can't play nap cakes. I only have 2 purple. Because I haven't drawn. I haven't drawn any purple friends, and most of the deck is purple friends.
Yeah, that means you can pay 1 to draw to find the purple friend.
I really can't afford that.
So, okay, so Bugle spelled out for us that he's missing purple friends. Makes sense.
We're gonna have to, though.
That would be a problem. There's a purple friend. That's a pretty good purple friend, honestly. Get some AT going. Okay, that makes it actually much closer. Now, Bugle has 2 AT gens in play, which matches Hithrock in terms of resource generation.
You're nap caking that.
No.
You're nap
Napcake's happening.
You're napcaking this?
Pretty sure I'm ending my turn with nap cakes in my mind.
Oh. No, that's unfortunate.
Right, yeah, so this is starting to look like pretty standard control stuff. If Bugle's gonna hold the Napcakes,
10 cards.
protect his troublemakers. There's probably, I mean, there could be a photo finish or something lurking in Bugle's deck to be his win condition.
I'm gonna discard this cord.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
So, if you're
Ready.
Ithrock.
Ready. 218.
Wait, 280?
Eager.
Isn't it? Wait a minute.
She likes to challenge Grokar.
Pretty sure Ithrock should have gained more than 280 there.
Let's.
Pretty sure Bugle's been gaining 380 per turn.
Do I want to challenge her? I could do a funny thing.
Sure. Is the funny thing killing my
100% though. I
I will do that whenever I find the opportunity.
Okay.
If only I remembered what's in my deck, honestly.
I'm gonna stick on this. We'll see if I'm pretty sure Bugle gained 380 in his last turn.
Okay.
But whatever. We obviously missed a big portion of this.
I'll say that.
Sure.
Alright.
No, I don't do this probably.
No.
6.
So you win.
I win.
Okay.
Do I? I have 8.
Yeah.
And you have 8.
I have 5.
Oh yeah, it's exhausted. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to find the napkin.
So it'd be nice if Ithrock's he's got a score slider, clearly. Well,
It was a good play.
he's either on 2 or 3 points.
It's what I had to hope for, you know.
Yeah.
We will find out.
Unfortunately, I cannot play her yet. She's on the top of my deck. Oh, I have so many cards.
How are you only at 280?
I gained.
Oh, looks like they
3.
there we go. Okay.
No, I was at 1 point.
You were at 2
Oh, I
points.
was
You
at 2.
confronted twice.
I forgot that I confronted twice.
Okay, okay, there we go. They figured it out. Good stuff.
Wow, that means I still cannot play her.
Correct. But you should still have had 1 more 80.
Yes.
Alright, so as mentioned, okay, this is going to be a battle for control of troublemakers. Sure. I didn't see what Ithrock played. So this could be interesting. I think Ithrock's deck is probably a bit better suited to be to be either control or to be either playing the troublemakers or being the troublemakers as necessary. Ah, I see. Bugle's got Lusterdon. That's a fine win condition as well.
Yes.
It's like I'm drawing 2 cards a turn. I only have to
Kind
pay 3 for it, right?
Yeah.
If you're not liking your hand, it's not the worst idea.
So, over in Bugle's hand, we saw he just pulled out the Lusterdon. It's Lusterdon is frankly it's a little weird in his deck actually because, well, as mentioned, if his main's always 2 power, when one assumes he's going to keep the buck ball out forever,
It would be much nicer if I would
it's a
draw.
little interesting.
I did just draw.
It's a little like he needs to have another friend there.
Yes.
Which is
Distinctly,
Take advantage of it.
distinctly different from drawing.
Hello, by the way. I haven't acknowledged you yet, Animoy and Ages. Thank you for joining us on the stream today.
Saving the day.
What does that do? Oh,
It's an AT gen, sort of.
oh, I see.
Are you going to replace my problem? You might.
I might. Wow.
Right, so yes, saving the day, that resource Bugle displayed, that's the vexing one that discounts your first event each turn to a minimum of 1.
Let you uncover your villain.
So actually pretty good in this context. If these problems aren't going to be going anywhere.
What's
Oh, gyro for Hithrock. There we go.
Okay.
Big important card.
Well, I guess when I play it, we'll remember what it was. Yep, that is Kroger.
Villain, resource. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't play a Trollmaker.
Okay, so that is there.
Only makes sense.
Feels to me like Hithrock's got slightly better control over this situation. But I'll admit, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different cards in players' hands.
Let's spend one.
I am not entirely cognizant of everything that is happening in the game state right now.
Okay.
Let's spend 3.
Leave off even thinking about what the right strategy is in any given context.
Yeah. It's that card.
Uh-huh. So,
Like you're saving the day.
Then get rid of it.
Yes.
Okay.
alright, yep. Hithrock banishes.
Before that.
Saving the day.
So I have
Generate some AT.
I'm gonna search.
Oh, okay.
It would be nice if Bugle, like, this would be a great opportunity,
Let's find.
Bugle to put out, well, it would have to be blackmail in this context, and he's not gonna, photo finish, yes, but he can't, oh, shoot, eh? Yeah, it'd be a good context for Bugle to have photo finish, obviously, because of all these troublemakers running around, but that's like one of the cards he can't search for, because he can only search for events. So,
But it's nice to
We'll
pay
see.
0 instead of paying 3.
he has Lusterdon. Lusterdon is not super useful in this context right now, though.
I mean, it's not over yet.
I think it's pretty over.
Is it? I'm on the edge of my seat, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wish I could play that. Alas. So we will get rid of.
I'm just gonna discard for end of turn.
It's very sad for me to do that.
Oh. Are you legally allowed to do that?
I don't think so.
Alright. So, yeah, we'll have to see what Bugle draws.
That's an AT gen, sort of.
Is that the Wax and Wane Luna, I think? Is Drew? Ricky is so close to the camera. It is, I mean, yeah, I do kind of get the sense that Bugle's been kind of just drawing cards and
Not how that works.
arranging stuff.
Pay 1 to exhaust my card.
That'll be better.
That's worse.
But that is the Luna, I think. That's the one that...
Yep.
Yep.
I have.
Gains in one when it enters play.
This is an AT gen.
Right. And then, yeah, if Hithrock plays friends there,
Reason she
or actually enters play there,
generates AT.
then, yeah.
Well, you can tutor for her too.
Yes, I can. Like it's pretty good.
Okay. Hithrock, remember to ready your main, hopefully.
Draw for Eager. I like this card. Okay, we will exhaust castle.
Alright, well, whatever. He'll remember as soon as he plays an event, one assumes.
You have a special AT that you have to spend this phase.
Yes. End of phase. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, remember.
Yes! We're both running it!
I just played Radiance for the first time in my life.
Great.
So, Ultima Organizer, they're both in the deck. They just made mention of the fact that special AT expires at the end of the main phase. That's fine.
Seems good. Oh, we should have done it the other way.
So yeah, Bugle Hithrock is now on 3 AT generators.
On adventure.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
As Bugle's on 1.5, kinda. As Hithrock needs to play into Luna.
Yeah, I think I would have had a shot if I had a opening hand that could have done it.
Yeah.
Okay, Gyro coming up.
Finding removal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he is when you play this card, right? He's not when.
Is when you play this card.
Yeah. It was a riot.
Well, it's not erotic. That's what it says.
Oh yeah, it is.
That is indeed what the card says, Hithrock, yes.
That is even better.
Even back then, enter play new. You should not allow Gyro to be an enters play effect. Right.
I would have found food fight.
I don't have a
Oh, yeah. I'm holding on to a food fight that I can't play because I don't want to spend my entire entry on it.
My main is ready.
Right. So Hithrock's playing the control game now, which makes sense. He's got lots of resources to spend.
I could.
He obviously needs to find a win condition at some point, but he's got, well, he has the points actually, so
Do that.
could just be playing for time.
We'll remove Gyro and the Starlight.
Sure. I would have. Are you really going to pay 2 for her again?
I don't know. We'll find out. Is there anything else?
You have to exhaust your.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, more tutoring.
Why did I shuffle my deck? I should have missed.
Because you took an action between.
Should I
the two
find the
things.
Sweetie Belle?
Probably.
I'm having so much fun with this format. I cannot begin to describe to you how much fun.
Good.
So let's see. Right, we're searching for a unicorn or
You had a good
alicorn.
hand and I did not.
Most unfortunate.
Yes.
I can find the good card, or I can find the funny card.
Oh, I would go for the funny card. You're already
Okay.
far ahead.
Right.
Well, it's funny because it will upset you a little bit, but
Oh,
only
sure.
a little bit.
Keep these with your deck. It's the 2 proxies you needed earlier.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sounds like, based on the fact that Grandpa's was commentating from the side there, his match is already wrapped up.
Guess they're not in that deck.
It's not super surprising.
No,
It wouldn't be super surprising if this game was the longest running one in the round,
Yeah, whatever.
given that it's purple versus purple and it's so much searching and tutoring.
Which,
That's the Snowfall Frost one.
Luna home.
Oh, that is a little bit of a rude play.
A little bit.
Are you telling me you're not going to have an opposing friend enter play here?
No?
Okay.
Well, maybe. Anyway,
I think
go,
you're not trying hard enough.
go on ahead.
Game 3. Draw a card.
Uh,
That's the card I never ever want
yeah,
to draw.
that's true. I saw Twilight and Twilight in both of their decks.
Oh, yeah, I have that card too. I should have played it.
You're not supposed to draw that one. Yep.
It's okay, we'll do it next time.
Do I have enough? No, I'm 1 AT short. Darn, I could have actually almost scored points.
Wow.
So yeah, in order to score points, given that there's a Grogar there, Bugle needs to confront Mystery.
Sure.
Go ahead.
7. Ugh, yeah, that's gonna be hard for him.
Gain 3 up to 4, ready.
But yeah, he's mentioned a few times how behind he is, and I agree with him. But you know, play it out, yeah.
Perfect. We will exhaust that.
Hithark has a lot of resources, but he hasn't yet sort of yeah, established a clear path to winning yet.
This one.
Okay. You have to keep track of it.
It's true, it's true.
That was a Pair Sprite he played out, so that will
I should have
certainly help.
Troublemaker yeah.
Didn't have to.
There's a Trixie, there's even more AT gens for him. Yeah, Hithark's doing well.
Spell counter. We'll exhaust her, get this back. Oh god.
I think he chose the correct main too.
A little bit. Where?
So if you're Hithark, I mean, yeah, you're just needing. He needs to either get rid of Cavallero and start confronting,
1, 2,
or find himself. He's got a mist main. He has no white wreck though, so yeah, that's not gonna work just yet.
I hope that stays in play.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I can see no reasons why it wouldn't.
Big Twilight off the top for Bugle.
The most expensive AT gen.
Oh.
And it's not going to give me AT until next turn. That's okay. It's good enough.
Yeah, as mentioned,
Except it. Yeah, we have to try.
he has to try it.
We'll
Put that out.
have
That
to
one.
Cost 4.
that it will stay in play for an entire turn.
If it stays in play for an entire turn, he has something to do with it.
Yeah, this works.
Can I read her?
Sure.
Oh, thankfully you don't have.
Yep. 4, 6. Okay, so this will be a. Yeah, this is going to be Luster 2 points. Ahoo!
Actually, no, I lied.
Okay.
Let's deny you some points. Let's play nap cakes.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I was so ready to give Bugle points there,
For remove.
No.
but 'twas not to be.
Let's find.
It sounds like they are trying to resolve the glare.
Good card.
Good.
I'm not running that
Be
color.
like, if you're on stream, you're in the tent. I don't know if we can make it any bigger.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's time for Ithrock to exhaust a whole bunch more stuff. And
Strong, eager.
Or no, it's
Let's challenge Caballero.
You can't do that yet.
I cannot?
No, you have to uncover your troublemaker.
Oh, that's true. Spare spray.
Okay.
there we go. Should be good. Oh yeah, now it's super easy for Ithrock.
Seen that coming.
That is 0 points. Yes.
Score 0 points.
But yeah, Ithrock's got a stranglehold on this game now. Probably.
Exhaust. Exhaust, exhaust, and exhaust. Horse noises.
Right. Yes, he had a counter on Trixie from Napcakes. Yeah. Okay, so that's all fine.
Let's do a funny thing.
Okay. Dismiss powerful magic.
So I actually don't have removal, you see.
Oh, okay. I might actually generate an AT.
But I do have other things.
Okay.
But I don't know if I have enough AT. We'll find out.
Okay.
Let's play Sunny Skies.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Let's play Bodyguard.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
See?
Bodyguard makes everything
Left this
fun.
problem. You could have been getting AT tokens.
You can move her. Still 3 AT left. But is that enough?
I was going to move her until I drew this last turn.
We will pay 2 for.
He's thinking about the Trenderhoof. That's the teamwork Trenderhoof, by the way.
Wait,
Um,
here.
which
Don't
I
like him here. He has to.
can remind myself what that card does.
Now we will retire with Minuet this thing. Oh, and I don't have enough AT. I have only 1.
Correct.
Well, that isn't
Right, that's the one that when this card leaves play, you get to pay 1. Like one other card. Yes, combo Trenderhoof, of course.
Or cost AT generator.
Okay. No, that's fine. We will retire this thing.
Okay.
We will pay 1.
Pay 1.
Exhaust.
Right.
I'm retiring with that.
Oh, okay. That works too.
Yes. I will find a card.
Belly flop. Okay.
We will get a unicorn.
Unicorn, sure. Doesn't have enough AT yet to play that, but sure. Okay, but yeah, this looks like a pretty good spot for Ithrock to be in.
Oh,
Okay, we just hit soft time.
we have extra 5.
well, you have 5 minutes until hard time. Sorry, that was the soft time with like the +1.
Oh, okay.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna win
I
any.
don't think you're winning this now.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, if I haven't missed it,
Chance after you start.
That's
After you start.
Ithrock has 2 points, Bugle has nothing,
I paid 1. Got by
and certainly does not have a, well,
face confront.
does not have a realistic route to get that AT or get any points
Yep.
in this context.
card on my turn.
Yes. You did it.
Then I draw a card.
Actually, this happens before that.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it's Troublemaker face. That's right.
That is troublemaker phase.
Jeez, Ithrock, how do you forget how Yellow Parasite works? I mean, I guess it has been a little while.
The thing is I can still tie the game.
It is theoretically possible for Bugle to tie.
I'm not saying
Yes.
it will. I'm saying the possibility exists.
He beats Yellow Parasite and then confronts the problem.
You have one more turn.
I have belly flop.
So?
Okay. I mean,
But yes.
Sure, if you can score 3 points.
Yeah, I can potentially score 3 points. I'm not saying I will.
Oh.
I'm saying I can.
Maybe Ithrock has 3 points.
That's fine. Are you challenging?
No.
Okay.
Magicite this hole.
Sure.
Challenge.
That's fair. That is fair.
Okay.
3.
6.
I will.
I believe he wins. Yeah, Bugle scores a point.
Okay. Score a point.
If only I had 1 more AT.
Yeah, if only you did. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
And Bugle, Hithraki is going to be out of AT for this turn.
I forgot about the eccentric.
Yes, there is eccentric there.
Yeah, eccentric 2? Yes, eccentric 2.
Because I
You could have Magicided her.
He's at, Bugle's at 6, he needs 3 more AT.
Oh no, hold on.
3 more power, rather,
Yeah,
to
so
confront.
I did forget to discard a card, but I Magicided that before the Troublemaker phase, so that was fine.
Didn't they do a discard?
Discard a card to Yellow Bear Spray.
Well, you did. That was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did do that.
Oh no.
No.
It was this one, no?
You have like 3 minutes.
No, this was what I flipped. I put.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I have.
Pretty sure I saw Bugle put his hand out and someone flip something over, but okay.
That was the way I had to actually confront.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, there's a Grogar.
There's a Grogar there. Yes, this is your only option.
Is it impossible for you to win yet?
He can tie it probably.
7, 8, 9.
9? 9's enough?
9.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so there could be a face-off here, yes.
2. Face off.
Hold on. Can I do anything with 0 AT now? Okay, sure.
Okay, we might tie.
2, 5.
5.
Oh
Okay,
god.
No, that only puts me to 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good game.
Good.
I guess.
Hey, I had fun.
Yeah, I had fun too.
That was definitely a game.
I'm signing this before it's written.
Much searching and much draw. Yeah, Bugle was... He kind of had it right as he was going. He had a little bit of an unfortunate draw. Hithrok kind of got a stranglehold on the problems and was able to get his resources running, get his economy going, and keep a stranglehold on the game from there.
Fuck, I wanted to be second.
I'll admit,
I also didn't draw.
if Highlander is a lot of that, I will be a little bit less impressed with the format. I know I heard somebody playing a Bunyip in the background, so there's gonna be some aggro happening.
3 tranquilities.
I mean, like, you know, games like that.
Yeah.
I see the sleep there in the chat room pages. Yes, fair enough. Games like that, you know, there is a lot of decisions being made every time anyone searches for a card.
Yes.
Anytime anyone,
You're still not getting infinite AT.
you know,
How are you?
decides how to use their AT. There is
But that's easy because you. Okay.
a yeah, decisions being made on how exactly to
Back.
move forward for your long-term objectives.
You get breezy back, and then that keeps going.
That's still not infinite AT because you're
That's
paying 3
AT.
to get 3.
No,
You're paying 1 for tranquility.
That's true. You're playing one. That's annoying. Thank you.
So yeah, it's. Just play Peck. What are you doing?
No.
Peck. GP. Peck involves things you cannot find with Royal Tutor. That's why.
Yeah, this thing is entirely tutorable.
Not many. There's not a whole lot. There's a version of Peck that you might be able to play with Royal Tutor. Then, of course, you're playing Royal Tutor, who doesn't help you at all with any of the colors you need.
I mean, that's why he's running this instead. Like it.
Yeah, so a little bit of combo talk between them. As I mentioned off the top of the stream, Hithrok had confided in me that like if he was able to run multiple copies of cards, this was going to be a combo deck that he's going to run in Harmony.
Paid 4 for an AT gen.
You got
And
one
actually
AT
got an AT out of it.
all because I was missing one AT.
I don't know when the next Harmony event will be. When I actually see
Realized how to.
what fun he was cooking up there.
If I didn't have the Magicite.
Yes.
But we'll see. Yeah, so, as I had said, from what I understand, there's 8 participants in this event, so we probably have 2 more rounds left to go. Especially given that we started late. Well,
I hope Kirsten had fun watching
it's not that much.
the corn token just to get rid of the prepare.
Maybe they'll go over a little bit on this event. I guess we're not running into like dinner time on the West Coast.
Game, but I won, so I'm biased.
I will mention for Bugle's comment,
I just.
I did appreciate the hidden play
Yeah.
of Matt deciding the unicorn token. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because so first of all,
Unusual.
it's not just that. This deck, since it doesn't run Bug Ball, has problems with purple.
Right.
And
you
I
had
had
purple
Headmare.
and
I had Headmare in
Yeah.
this starting hand.
Yeah, that's an insane opening hand.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. And you had
There will be harmony at Winnie City. Okay.
your essential
Alright.
friend.
I obviously don't know if Hithrock's going to be there.
They're all minuets, yes.
But it's close to where he is, of course, seeing he's in Toronto. I wouldn't put it past him to show up
Minuet's a good pony.
and show us whatever he's cooking.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Just because of her coloring?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
So this
just really
sounded
like
like madness.
Huh?
This sounded like madness.
We had fun. One of us may have had more fun than the other.
Who
but-
had more fun?
Oh, he did.
But it was net positive across the board.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Did his?
It wasn't zero sum.
Did your stupid deck actually work?
I mean, no. Well, yeah, I don't know.
We went 15-14. I can't complain about that. It was
That's great. We went 4-3. Well, he probably would have gone 5.
Alright. Sounded like GP's match was for 15-14, so
Yes,
was like
more- like
blackmail.
if I
That's good to know.
change the thing more,
there's some fun stuff happening
if I
Oh, yeah,
change
that
it
too.
on other tables. I don't mean to imply this game wasn't
I mean, I could imagine.
fun, but it was
Yeah.
a very acquired taste. Let's put it that way.
I had the portaling minuet in my hand the entire time, but I did not have anything.
It's
Not running her.
like this is the kind of match, frankly, that in core or adventure I would have liked probably a lot more.
Easy to forget.
It's just the fact that there's so much stuff to keep track of in Highlander. So many cards to try to understand.
Every AT gen I could.
Oof.
I'm running a lot of different AT gens. I don't think I'm running high T, and I'm not running
Not
big
run-
twine.
I'm not running high T, and I'm not running bacon. And the reason I decided not to run bacon is because if you discard something, you're just
Yeah.
not getting it back.
No.
I'm not sure if we have
Well,
much of a delay between the two rounds here.
my favorite AT gen though, and I'm curious if you're running her.
There's, of course,
You can't tutor
only
her.
one other game that could be going right now.
Yes. I'm running things I can tutor for. I maybe should be running big twine. Well, it's too late now, but maybe big twine makes sense.
I do remember Hithrock saying that his deck is entire. The only Earth ponies in his deck.
I'm running her just because it's funny.
There was Gyro, and there was one other card that he wasn't able to tutor for. But other than that, his deck was entirely unicorns and alicorns.
Ivory, it's you and Sokol. Aura, it's you and Bugle.
So let's see who is. I mean, if it's not these two, Max is playing Hithrock.
The thing that you just said.
Well, it's either me or it's Ivory or Sokol. We're too far. You do it. All right. We'll go over to stream.
Okay, I think Hithrock's gonna stay on stream. Sounds like Grandpa's is gonna come over and replace Bugle.
Unless would not be playing Max.
Or no, everyone's moving on. Okay. So let's see what we have up. I will admit I'm expecting purple. Like I said, I was expecting purple the whole event. Seems like the best color, but let us see. I'm a little bit less like, okay, I was going down the colors. I mentioned I don't think, like, certainly not yellow on its own. Probably yellow with some other things, maybe, could be made to work. Thorax is a pretty great main, just in general purposes. You can probably find plenty of cards that work with him. So, possibly that's a reasonable stratagem. I think that's GP over on the right.
Do you remember when Granny Smith could steal Scootaloo Scooter?
You were playing, yes.
Ah, Yona and Sandbar. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, you can have a deck that's full of white stuff, in principle. And it's a little bit more versatile than Octavia, so makes sense. Like, you know, Octavia, friends only, wouldn't help against troublemakers. Given that Yona and Sandbar can do farming too, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that you can have a deck that's more. It's got a farming element. It's got an aggro element. Sure, That's a cool way to approach a Highlander style. Didn't catch who our opponent's going to be yet.
Look like he's running yellow.
He's not running yellow. All right. You do.
Is that...
I am excited for this. I had a lot of fun in the first game. I think this is going to be fun.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to run this event
Who is this?
I mean, if people want to,
Got a wonderful playmat.
this is atrocious. But once it's
Whoever the player is.
but it is horrific at the beginning. Also, Hithrock, you don't get to talk about that. The only thing you had to do was sleeve the cards. I had to build 2 separate lists.
I can't quite read
Absolutely the barrier of entry.
nameplate, unfortunately.
Looks like right now, it is a barrier to entry. Let me tell you, my dude.
But that means not everybody will have a big enough collection to play in a
Oh, that wasn't what I was referring to. I have sacrificed a room of my house. The entire floor is covered.
Not quite sure, fortunately.
I will do this.
Anyway, they're playing Fluttershy. That's the... Oh, wait, which Fluttershy is that? Is that...
It's in one of the deck boxes in the green bag over there. Not the gray one. That one's mine. I don't know.
Is that the absolute discard Fluttershy? I
Thorax.
think it is.
Is not Thorax. You're not playing Thorax Reanimator. I'm not a monster. Because, did you just see his face? That's what's wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the absolute discard Fluttershy. So yeah, the one that
Well,
it's just confronted, flip over,
you get to 4 powers.
and then removes Troublemaker's abilities, and it's there. Okay. And yeah, okay, thank you, Animal. Yes, I think that's it.
Let's start with mystery, and we're doing some Beastmaster. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, no, it's Beastmaster. Okay. That is Analog Knights Fluttershy. Very old school. Or no, that's the premier one.
Man.
Is it? No, that's not Beastmaster, is it?
Oh no.
Doesn't look like it.
This is not Beastmaster. I stand corrected. This is Reformer. That makes far more sense seeing the playtime's over than Beastmaster with playtime's over. I was very confused for a second.
Okay, I was right the first time.
Discord. Yes. I misread. Okay. That makes more sense.
Oh man, I had the opportunity to play a Reformer deck and I didn't.
Yep, sure did.
Oh.
Oh well. Reformer is fun.
Alright, so yellow versus white. This is going to be very different from what we saw the first time. It is not going to be nearly as much searching and shuffling. Probably going to be a fair number of Troublemakers, though. I would expect a good number of them out of Grandpa's deck.
This is heads.
Okay.
And this is tails.
There could be some, honestly, in Historyum's deck.
I will play first.
You have some ability to farm a little bit, given Fluttershy's text, taking away Troublemaker abilities.
Has anyone started yet? I don't think anyone started yet. Just restart the timer.
Yeah, Louis did not start. I think they started.
So let's see what we get. I'm really interested to know what,
6 cards.
if any,
Should
what a
stream on?
pre-modern cards.
Do this.
Yep, Instagram Grandpa's. There we go. Saw some blue stuff in Grandpa's hand. Saw a Neighlander. And in Instagram's hand, what do we got? Yep, Troublemakers. Ooh, I'm looking at Yellow Farm. Maybe. This could be interesting. This could be wild.
Okay. 2AT. Let's start things off by playing a Ruffle Pages over here to the
Mhm.
Good.
As a reminder, Yonabar needs to spend their AT on 2 turns in a row to flip over.
Okay.
And the text is a little special, right? The boost on the boosted side is only with cards that have white play requirement.
One for Troublemaker.
Okay.
To May.
Sounds good.
Right. Yes.
And enter.
Okay.
Grandpa's is starting with Mystery. A little hard to tell the glare, I know, but yeah, that's Mystery over there. Playtime's over there. Wow-wee. Well, that's just 1 point. Grandpa's get started.
Yes.
Okay. And then second friendship counter.
Uh-huh.
Pastor.
Wait, you're at 2 points or 1 point? Okay.
Mhm.
2 action tokens. Draw.
Is that the... Yeah, that was the Nightmare Moon he played to start.
For flips, it's night vision.
It is indeed night vision. Okay.
Okay, he has the 2 AT required to flip his main over. I don't know if he necessarily wants to do that, actually. Kind of prefer if that Troublemaker kept its abilities in the current context. Yeah, I think you actually don't challenge here if you're Histogram. Let's play that featherweight to home, perhaps. Oh, no, keeps everything. Okay, interesting. Okay. Oh yes, Grandpa knows he's discarding down to 4. Unless something very crazy happens. Seems unlikely. Is going to confront.
Okay. Let's just go to Scoreface. I'll go for a point.
Okay.
And end of turn, I will discard a Join the Herd and a Cloud Chaser.
Okay, once.
Okay. Actually, 3 action tokens.
Yep.
Draw.
Card is that? I didn't quite catch what he drew there. Which, well, from what we understand,
Last turn.
everyone knows I'm not going to be able to identify many of these older cards. Still, like now you probably challenge.
I discarded down.
You've already got him for the discard. Now start trying, get your wreck online. You have AT to spare.
Yeah, sure. Challenge.
Sure.
Pay 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Flip my
You to flip.
and
3 versus 6.
Fighting?
yeah.
Okay. 3
Face
to
off.
6. I flipped a 4.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I'm at 10 versus your 5.
Yep. He's well down. I think I see one of those extra flip cards
I'd just be wasting my trip.
deck right now, so yeah.
Yeah. I lose that.
Okay, that's fine.
Home.
This is Troublemaker's here and losing campaign.
Yeah, Troublemaker's here. So Nightmare Moon is still in effect. Probably. I know there's a featherweight in his hand. Pretty sure you just play that if it's there. Unless I mistook that card. Maybe it's not.
2 to move her back.
Okay.
Alright, sure. Fair enough. So that does turn off the Nightmare Moon now.
3 up to 5. Draw. Especially bad. Okay. Try 3
Pause. Okay. Ooh, sure. Yeah, that's the one that
and boost
moves home.
like that.
Or no, that's the one that retires to score 2 bonus points.
Yes.
Let's go to confront.
Mm-hmm.
And retire Pony Pirate. Score another 2.
Okay.
Power goes away. Pastor.
All right.
I have 4 cards in hand still.
Blue, white, aggro.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It goes off anyway, so.
that a promo of Huizotl? Oh wait,
Try this again.
fun stuff. Okay, 3v6 again. Oof. Unfortunate flips. Better than last time, but unfortunate flips from Instagram.
I'm gonna guess Critter Cavalry. Beauty and the Beast.
Alright, so that's an extra flip.
Beauty and the Beast. You have a Fluttershy involved. You flip an extra card.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Very nice.
Might do it?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. 2 for Instagram. Okay. So yeah, now they're in an interesting position. Grandboss has that bonus from rarity plus a couple turns of confronting, so he's got the edge. Instagram isn't going to confront this turn. He does have that Huizotl in hand. Tempest is an interesting play, given that Grandpa's isn't going to be able to turn his main over for 2 more turns regardless. But it's not the biggest deal to hit him with it right now.
1 for Troublemaker.
That's a Huizotl, yeah. What else? There's some white stuff in there. Unfortunately, he doesn't have white and purple. He hasn't found any. Well, he's got the citizen
Yeah.
to potentially play stuff with.
Sure.
By the way, there. Okay, that's
You're good front. Okay.
wait. The Huizotl's a villain, right? Isn't that just going to get frightened?
Go from 2 up to 5. Draw.
We'll see. Oh, he did confront with that, though, I'm pretty sure.
No way 2 left? Yes. Okay. Pirate ship.
That took him up to 5.
Exhaust.
Pirate ship, yeah, so Grandpa's is going to go for this double face-off, which makes sense. 3. Oh, that's an RTO. Yeah, okay, there we go. Whoa, oh my goodness, this is going to be a lot of points.
Okay. Okay. I'm out of 18. Score face. Confront mystery. Okay.
It's 1.
Is confront. Playtime's over. Okay.
That is 2 more.
Score 1 point that way. Face off.
Now we have a face-off with a potential Neighlander. My goodness me.
Yep. I flipped a 3. You flipped a 2. Responses? No. Okay. I win by more than 5, so that's going to be that, and that brings to
I believe he just scored 6 points this turn.
home. I will trigger mystery, and I will search for.
Ah, right. Good point. Thank you, Vision Light, for bringing that up.
Let's go.
Yes. The villain wouldn't have triggered because of Fluttershy's ability. Yep, good point. Man. Blue-white aggro. Very good at scoring points. Not that Grandpa's deck is necessarily all blue-white aggro, but you got RTO, you got Neighlander. I think pretty clear what's going on. Lucky him, finding both of those so early on. Oh, well, that's a halfway across Equestria. That's going to be a lot harder to DFO with at least.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't see what problem and pause flipped, and the
It's going to be a tough one to catch up.
glare makes it tough. You see? Is that a magic overload? That's an interesting play. Interesting card to have.
Did you Destiny drain him?
Unfortunately, as mentioned. Yeah. Oh, Shopkeep. That's the name of the card. Yes. No. Sorry. Sorry. Ignore me. I'm just a little confused right now. Cluj Town Citizen. That's the name of the card in Instagram's hand that I've failed twice now to properly identify. Alright, so I'm on 3 points if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's correct.
You're 2 turns away. There's nothing I can do at all.
All right, that's
Okay, and he's just gonna call it there. Fair enough.
Do you want to play again while we're waiting?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright, wonderful. Thank you to both of them for playing again. We have some extra content. Yeah.
But we should probably.
Like, yeah, Grandpa's didn't have any extra tutoring or draws or whatever, so
Would you like to go
hitting his Neighlander and his RTO that fast is kind of nonsense.
I'll give you choice as for what you want to do.
Lucky him. Which, hey, if you're going to get lucky at any point in the tournament is the right way to do it.
Actually, I think I'd prefer to go second.
Makes sense.
Okay. And we'll go second in the second game. Put him down to 0 here. Pile shuffle makes a lot of sense. Shuffling a huge deck like this as a good way to do it. So, between the two of them, given that Grandpa's deck seems to be more aggressive, or at least the little piece of it that we saw, it's possible that Instagram would actually have the advantage in general if he's able to have like get a good farm state up, get some troublemakers, control the board a bit more. We shall have to see. And again, as stated, we only saw like 6 or 7 cards in Grandpa's deck. Who knows? Maybe the rest of it is a farm deck, and that'll make things a lot more even.
Okay. So you are going second this time, which is fine.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, as mentioned, right. If he had had a good turn to play Tempest to revert Yona, that sets Grandpa's back 2 turns at least before he can flip his main over again. Frankly, I think choosing not to do it was probably right. He just wasn't expecting DP to score 6 points in 1 turn, which is probably a realistic expectation most of the time.
Sure, keep.
Saw a number of troublemakers in Instagram's hand there.
One to draw. Actually, no, I won't. I'll spend 2 to move Sambar. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it is a good sign if Sambar and Yona is doing anything other than playing stuff in order to get rid of its AT. Yeah, seeing Sambar and Yona player draw cards in their first turn, that's a pretty good thing to see. But that is a standard opener. Yeah, if you want to draw, have nothing to do. That is sweet if you're Instagram seeing that.
I'm gonna discard.
Oof. Okay. Ooh. Discard the dilemma. Why is he's not afraid of troublemakers at all?
Troublemaker
Sombra, sure. Got the AT to go against it. 3 against 5.
But I won't challenge.
Okay, no challenge.
Interesting. Okay. Moving it up.
2 for Peachy Pit.
Okay. This is do when you win a face-off involving this card, if you have a Pegasus character here, you may exhaust this card to dismiss an opponent's resource.
Peachy Pit, yeah. When you win a face-off, exhaust this card if you have a Pegasus to miss an opponent's resource.
And
Okay, sure. Regardless, for the moment, just a 2-power friend. It'll make it 5 against 5 for him in the face-off, which is fair. So yeah, does GP have anything to do now that he has White Wreck?
Play Crack in your case.
Crack, sure. That works, I guess.
Give Yona and Sambar +2 power, and go to score phase and confront.
okay.
Pass.
That is, of course, a fine play.
Did you already go, or did someone else go to get food?
No, no one's got it.
Oh wow.
2 AT.
But I get the sense that Instagram's in a better position. Of course, he needs an Epic now. He has Flash B in his hand, which works.
Just call it there.
That would work in principle.
What else are we gonna do at this point?
Tempest honestly wouldn't be a terrible play here either. Grandpa's gonna have to do, given what it seems like is going on, he would have to do a lot of work to flip his main over again. So,
Hold it off.
honestly, that would be a pretty fine tempo play right now.
2 for Lemon Hearts.
Lemon Hearts, okay. More anti-resource.
Okay, that's fine.
Score phase, confront.
You're good.
End turn.
Blue-white, yes, are the colors of attachments, so and accessories. So,
Alright.
yeah, all that resource, resource dismissal will be useful. I know I saw it dressed up at least.
Because I confront.
And
Your main already flipped from playtime, so didn't it? Or no, it did not. You're right. Your main does flip. Your main is correct. 22. Dressed up on Lemon Hearts.
okay, yeah, that is how that works.
Oh no, you had fun from that. Now we're above zero.
Stack of suitcases.
Hmm.
Sambar and Yona.
Okay.
Score phase. Confront.
Okay.
Okay, 2 points for Grandpa's. Let's go away. Hmm.
You don't know what he has in his deck. Maybe he can draw something.
3 action tokens.
3 action tokens.
Draw.
Okay, so if you want to get rid of one of those resources, the Peachy Pit is your way to do it. So
Troublemaker. Resource hate. Resource hate.
Flash B is probably the way to go here.
Where do you want these? Just
Probably. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Flash B so that you can challenge it. There's a pretty good shot of winning, and then Peachy Pit will get rid of that stack of suitcases. Gonna be a big problem for you otherwise. I think.
It was funny once. Also, build this deck is giving you an awful lot of credit here. Let's not go that far.
Other options. I mean, you can play the Spooky Ruins. Not doing a whole lot.
2 for Spooky Room.
Okay. That's just there.
to just 52 card pickup.
It means that when he does play a Troublemaker, he's virtually guaranteed to beat it now. But he can't play a Troublemaker.
It applies to everything.
Yeah, he can't play a Troublemaker this turn right now because he doesn't have enough AT left.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's all.
Okay.
Go to score phase. Confront.
Up to 2 points, uh-huh.
Draw for turn. I'll play Makeover.
Okay.
Nope, there's the blue wreck coming.
Let's go for Bolt Biceps.
Yeah, yep, that's the attachment, bulk biceps.
Navy blue.
Okay.
The one that gives you, yeah, power and resources for each of your resources attached to characters involved in the face-off. Okay. I mean, yes, obviously useful. Oh, Grandpa's confronted, of course. Alright, so Instagram. It's gotta be time to play that Flash Bee Queen.
He's gonna see your deck too. He's gonna see your
I think there's surely that's gotta be the play.
I think that tiny glimmer of hope disappeared as soon as blackmail flipped.
I don't think you can like DFO is an option. Possibly. I wish I knew which problem that was up at the top there.
Yeah, there was
Oh no, it's a mystery. Grandpa started with mystery last game, so you're not going to get to 7 this turn. So that's not a valid strategy.
One
it would have been funny.
One for
or on stack.
oh, yes, that also works. Fair enough.
three resource removal. Oh, I hate it.
It's fine, you already won.
I have not already won.
This is game 2.
Oh, well, sure.
In that sense, yes, Bugle.
Oh, okay.
We're going double or nothing.
Oh, okay.
I go to 9 points if I win this match.
Wow, this sounds like a great deal.
I know, right?
Okay, so okay, that changes the calculus. Now do you play Tempest?
Wait, you go to 9? Or didn't you start this at 0? Shouldn't you go to 6?
Tripling.
Okay.
Because now, well, Grandpa's has his blue online, but still, hitting him now is still a pretty big deal. Yeah, there we go. Aha. That should be pretty good. And then play the Flash Bee. No, Flash Bee's not great if you're trying to farm it. So yeah, just leave it here probably. Yeah.
Good.
In turn.
Okay. Queen 3. Draw.
Okay. You right? Yeah. Okay. Grandpa's, of course, thinks villain. You always think villain when you see a face-down troublemaker like that.
Fifth peak.
Bit of peak.
Boost bulk biceps by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Pay the AT to get this back.
Okay. All right. He did that for blue wreck then. That would be the,
Okay.
or else just to confront. Sure. Also works. Oh, there we go. Yes, for the blue wreck. I thought so. Cool.
Okay.
Face off. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus another 2 for one of my resources being used. 12.
That's correct.
We're at 4,
12 total.
8, 9. Right? Oh, I'm sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 versus 8. I am not flipping though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! I keep flipping it.
All right, I'll score 1. Go to 6. Trigger 2.
Total 3.
And I'll grab.
GP.
I'll grab a.
Yeah. Oof. Fit peak for the blue wreck to get Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy. Or Rainbow Dash and Mullet. What am I talking about? And then Loyal Pony. Pretty good. Given this context. Oh, that's a blackmail. Good to see that. Okay, so Grandpa's is gonna have things to do when that Tempest flips over. This is unfortunate.
You're up 6 points?
But is he going to be able to confront problems? That's a fair question. Without a flipped over main. That's a fair question. I think Instagram might have some blackmail points coming.
Tempest.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. I'm assuming me.
Yes, you.
Alright. That's bad.
Yeah. There's going to be some blackmail points coming, I think. You think now... Only other troublemaker in his hand is Flash Bee. He could put it up there and let it gain a few points now. Oh, Flash Bee is like
2, 4.
really unfortunate with Fluttershy though, because it never has any points if you hit it with Fluttershy. That's a little unfortunate.
2 for Capper Dapper Paws Hole Up.
Okay.
Uh,
Less to play events, right? And you do have have training.
Yeah.
Look up. Oh yeah, okay, that's the capper that would impose +1. +1 right now. 1 for each troublemaker you have to your opponent to play events. Okay. Training procs. Ooh, Vicious Vengeance and Lusterdon. Well, Lusterdon is not great in the current circumstance.
The fact that I dressed up his character gave him the right to play Capper.
You wrecked yourself.
I did not, in fact, check myself, and thus I have wrecked myself.
Vicious Vengeance is not.
Oh, it was mono yellow up until this point. Now all of a sudden we're in full nightmare puppies.
Yeah, this is looking decent. For Instagram at the moment.
And 1 for a troublemaker at my problem.
Is that? Yeah, he discarded the Vicious Vengeance, so that's a Flash B. That's gonna sit there for a while. Yeah, this might be. Yeah, he might just be going for the blackmail here.
How on earth are we going to do this?
So Grandpa's wants to spend all of his AT, otherwise he's not gonna flip his main over. He has some blue rack, obviously.
Rainbow Dash property damage.
Okay, property damage is pretty good.
Counter back on Sandbar and Johan. Pass the turn.
Okay. 4 action tokens.
Yep.
Draw.
Blackmail point is mandatory, so he will need to take that.
Troublemaker flips. It's Flash B Queen.
Flash between it is.
This is triggers at end of my troublemaker phase.
Correct. Would you like to challenge?
No.
Okay, no challenge.
Right. I guess I don't need that.
Right. You can just count cards.
See.
The top card.
You
So
can put it there off to the side, that'll be fine.
do we see it or not?
We do, yeah. Cards are face up unless they did otherwise. So,
Hey,
Okay.
that was banished there
been spicy.
for.
Main phase.
Main phase.
To move my main.
Alright, and now, yeah, he confronts behind there. Ah, this is not a bad position to be in. Not at all. If he can do Lusterdon over there, and I missed what that problem was. I can't really see it. But yeah, if he can do Luster confronts behind his Tempest, he's in a pretty good spot.
Did I have 5 at the start?
Let's see, you were gaining 4, and I think you had 1 left over, so that would be right.
Yeah. And I did. So just 2 to move my main, so I have
Correct. Yeah, because you haven't spent anything else so far.
Um, two to move.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Right.
And
Well, he's thinking about dealing with that Flash B at some point, so that makes sense.
Also, did you score a point for Blackman at the end of my turn?
oh no.
You should. There you go. Okay. Let's go 4 action tokens, and let's draw. Use a card that does.
Okay, that was taken care of.
Let's play a.
Looks like Grandpa's is gonna let. Yeah, he's gonna let Troublemaker Phase go past.
We're gonna move Sandbar and Yona.
And needs to score all of his AT. Gonna focus over there. Makes sense. Yeah, sure. All right. Tempest has got a lot coming at her. Next turn.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
That sucks. Okay. End of turn. My counter goes, and they flip, and you get another point.
Okay. 4 action tokens.
Yep.
Draw.
Okay. So. Oh. That is a
Power right now, 2 bones.
the event that banishes cards. Banishes flip cards.
Challenge Flash B Queen.
Okay. Flash B Queen is currently at 7.
Do you,
2 points.
You have no resources involved, and I have no resources involved, so that's all fine.
Well,
Right.
Not involved in. Oh, right. I don't flip. You're right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I have to property damage it, so.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So they are both gonna flip. Makes sense. I think Istergrim wins that one.
I have no AT. I have no responses.
Okay, so I win it.
Okay.
All right. Score 2.
Score 2 points. And
Takes him to 7, if I'm not mistaken.
so I dismiss a resource. Staff. This is discarded.
Yep.
He does need to exhaust PT Pit to dismiss that resource.
Oh, this goes to the bottom.
It is likely immaterial, given that that's blackmail, but we will remember that.
Two to move. Lemon hearts.
Okay.
Oh no, he is going to confront. Okay, then that's important.
It's not quite there yet. It's not quite enough white, but it's close.
So yeah, if he's going to confront that, I'll just let them know that that PT Pit needs to be exhausted.
I have in here. Two for cleaning up.
Okay.
Banish staff and
Get back.
flash bead.
Sounds good.
And one to play troublemaker.
Okay.
Enter.
Okay.
Okay, it ended up being immaterial.
Ready. Draw.
All right, so I'm sure Grandpa's is going to challenge
Okay.
Tempest and get rid of the Spooky Ruins with Rainbow Dash. Admittedly, his staff is gone. Maybe he won't. He will not. Okay.
One action token. Play 10 Carrot Hat on Parish Mandervane.
Okay.
And use the ability from Sandbar and Yona, give him +2.
Okay.
Is there a
Then I'm going to spend 3 action tokens.
main phase challenge coming here?
Question. Between Parish Nandermane and Tempest Shadow.
Okay.
I'll use the white bonus from Yona to give him another +2. And before we go to face off, I'm going to.
Okay. Sure, he's going to do it this way. Fair enough.
Okay. So I have 6, 8 power plus another 2 because I have a resource involved in the face off. So 10 power. And you pay 1 extra action token to play cards during face offs involving that card.
Okay.
So 10 versus 6. 4?
Oh, did you pay the tax from Cap?
I did.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't.
No,
following.
I have 1 for 10 carrot hat and 3 for tough questions.
Okay.
Okay.
So I believe I'm currently up by 3.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Tempest is banished. Unfortunately, I score no points.
Banished.
Banished. Tough questions.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no points because it wasn't a Troublemaker face off,
So
but that makes sense.
attempt to confront.
He needed to get rid of that.
Score 1 point, and I will get back. Yeah, sure. Let's start together. That seems good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little, frankly, a little sorry for Instagram because in this second match, we've got a real game going.
Draw.
All right. What's time left? Okay.
So
Troublemaker flips. It's flash bead.
another Flash B. Yeah.
Not.
You go for
So let's
a
banish.
single face off?
Okay. Drusilla.
Probably. It's a grand reopening. I think grand reopening was 6. It's only 1 bonus. Oh, but he's got so much stuff there. This is tricky. I mean, I don't think he's got a whole lot of removal stuff in his hand. Flash be there, so you can't confront
One to draw.
blackmail anymore.
Wait, no, this is good. Or it would have been last turn.
Ah, fair.
So yeah, I mean, I think going for a single face-off at Grand Opening is probably would have been his best play.
Ready.
'Cause Grandpa's is just going to sit on this, knowing that the blackmail isn't doing anything.
Okay. There's your banish. What do we want to do here? 4 action tokens.
Action tokens. If he manages to draw some point acceleration, of course, that will be wonderful.
Let's go.
Otherwise, he's probably discontent with this board state as it is right now. Crystal Oh,
Mine Cage.
One.
Yeah, we'll put it in each of it.
okay. Taking control of Peachy Pitch, sure. That's fine.
Boost.
That does have a trigger.
Guess I'll boost my main.
Doesn't really matter. That goes.
That's bad.
That was the call of soft time for the other rounds. We assume that's Ithrox round. Probably. Usually a safe bet. And yeah, simple confront. So that does give Grandpa's the lead, 8-7. That coming back into his hand is great.
Four action tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Draw.
Hits Wiki Ruins preemptively, which is a little interesting, but makes sense, I guess. Means that there's no challenge coming to Flash V, probably.
Troublemaker phase. Challenge flash speed.
Oh, he will do it. Okay.
Normally 7, I've got an extra 2 from the dressed up there, so 9.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 7.
Yes.
Okay. Not against 7. This is actually kind of close.
2,
Flip to 3.
so you're down by 1.
Only down by 1. Ooh, does he have anything for that? Does, right?
With a wrinkle in time.
Yep.
Sure.
Wrinkle.
That's bench.
Right. That I believe now he's winning.
Win the face off.
Yeah.
Score 2.
Flash goes.
And that gives Instagram back the lead. I believe. Now to 9.
I think time was called on my turn, right? Soft time?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. And you're ahead,
By 1. Yes.
but you went second. So
Okay.
that's it. You win. GG.
GG.
There, and yeah, if we go by time, yes. Instagram took it away. What an excellent rematch. Good play from both sides. Much resources and back and forth. Yeah, that was good. Like I said, I honestly feel a bit sad for
In this format.
Instagram because in the first match he just kind of got blown out by
No, as I was
lots of point acceleration.
think of
Um,
why I should have done something else.
but
Or rather, I think it would have worked better if I just did yellow-white.
Instead of trying to splash into purple as well.
Yeah.
Maybe. Still interesting to try it out.
yeah, he had a wonderful game this time.
Your opponent gives you color entry.
Which I guess
Yeah.
Grandpa's draws the point acceleration. In this match, Instagram had his blackmail, his single copy of blackmail under a starting problem. So luck happens, I guess. But yeah, I think that was a good exhibition. I am going to step away actually here just for a quick bio break. I'll leave you with the stream. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
think the only reason Peachy
With the what?
We're gonna throw it out of the panel. The panel.
Yes.
Don't mess with me. I will go Coraline.
I believe you.
Yeah, I think the only reason Peachy is useful is because I'm farming with a Fluttershy main.
Still works though. Still absolutely works. It's those niche interactions that make the singleton format so fun because you just don't get a chance to play them otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes.
What we'll probably have to do is
Okay.
after this,
Yes.
take everything off.
Right. And then
Don't
go
bring
get
it back down until
tomorrow morning.
after my panel. Well, I mean, after our panel, you guys can bring like I don't know whatever.
Yeah.
Either my panel or because there's not a large gap between my panel and adventure.
There is. There's an hour and a half.
Okay, then sure. After my panel, we can bring stuff back in.
Okay, that's fine. That works.
There's another panel.
So we have the spin panel, and then I have a panel.
Okay, sorry about that. So, we have, if I'm not mistaken, we have a single match left to go. At least. I would be a little bit surprised if they ran more than 3, but they're going to run at least 3. They had 8 participants. We have so far seen, well, there's two participants we have not yet seen. I think I heard Max's name. I know he's there. And Ara, I believe, is going to be playing. I know you guys saw their streams. Saw their stream and you saw their decks and you saw who's going to be playing and what. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to watch that. Perhaps I will watch their streams before the official big tournament next week or tomorrow. So I am just guessing as to which other sim member besides Grandpa's is playing in this event. I think I heard Grandpa's announce that Arakat was also participating when he read out the matches for round 2. So yeah, probably just a couple of minutes. As mentioned, Hithrock wraps up his game to time. I don't know for sure that it's his game that's still going, but generally speaking, when time is called, Hithrock is usually still playing. That's just a good rule of thumb for the future. So yeah, we saw the double purple, both combo control. We saw hats from Grandpa's, very nice implementation of it. If there's anything that there's been a lot of over the course of the game's history, it's hats, and we have some support for it now. And he's got blue-white aggro in there too, so that was pretty cool. As we saw, Instagram's implementation, yellow, white, and purple, had some teeth as well. Definitely had a good matchup with all of its resource removal against all of those resources in Grandpa's deck. So anyway, we've covered purple, yellow, white, pink. We haven't seen any orange yet. This is a little interesting. Orange should be pretty good. And there's a lot of just good, solid orange cards from all around. If there's anything orange is, it's consistent. So you would expect that to be reasonably competitive in a Highlander format. So I'm hopeful that maybe we'll see that, and we will have the whole cycle represented over the course of our stream today. Otherwise, what else may we see? We haven't seen a pink main yet. I mean, it'd be nice to run. Which pink mains would be good for this kind of thing? I hope it's not just Skystar. Might be just Skystar though. Yeah, something like that. It would be nice to see a pink main, maybe pink white or pink orange, maybe. Pink orange has a lot of, card draw and power counters, which are all things that are good in this kind of a format, so that would be nice to see some of that in this next round. If it was, admittedly, if it was me down there, I would have followed probably the same path that Doc and Bugle did. To me, purple is always going to be the first step to take. So I am happy to be able to sit here and watch and see some other people who are a little bit more creative than me, take on this format. And yeah, I think if this is a vibrant format, and looks like it could be, right? Those two decks from Grandpa's Instagram were pretty good. I would certainly be willing to see more of this at other cons or other online events, possibly in the future. I know we've heard a couple comments from players on the floor so far, talking about how much fun it's been to play this format. I hope that that's the case. I guess we'll see. It's kind of the post-con report after the event. But yeah, if people enjoy building this, if people enjoy playing this, I hope that this might become Highlander might maybe become a semi-official format. Supported at a few more cons. Let's see. So we may have round 3 starting here. Is that Max? I think that's Max. Yes, that's Max over on the left. One of our players we hadn't seen yet. What is Max going to be bringing? Pages may be aware, maybe. He's here in the chat, if he is still in there. Still here in the chat. It's Bluna! Okay. That works. Very consistent main. Obviously, lots of things you can do with it. You've seen Bluna work in basically every color there is imaginable. In Harmony especially. The super traditional play would be Bluna Pink. I don't know if you... Maybe in Highlander you run Bluna everything. Or Bluna and 2 other colors. Bluna Pink... Bluna Pink Purple or something, maybe. Who knows? Possibly... I hope that we've had our matches yet. Okay. Yeah, I think they're getting prepped for round 3. You have not yet seen who Max's opponent's going to be yet, though. Presumably, probably someone we've already seen before, unfortunately, given just the way the Swiss will have worked out. If we got lucky, and it's actually the 2 players we have not yet seen before on stream, that would be wonderful. But it's... Oh no, it actually is going to be the 2 other players. Wonderful. Thank the software running the tournament. It's Ivory.
Guys.
There are a number. There are not as many frictions as there could be. No. That's true. And because of that, it makes it
And it is actually just going to be a Bluna versus Bluna. Sure. This is going to make things interesting.
Probably.
Prepare for potentially... Well, I mean...
I find it
I don't even know if this is potential. This is going to be the polar opposite of round 1. Between purple versus purple, combo control shenanigans versus Luna versus Luna. This is going to be something else for sure.
Right next to us.
So yeah, I think they're both starting harsh accusations, which is fine, understandable, probably one of the best general purpose Luna starting problems. You could go train traditions, of course, but
Not double sleeving.
in this event where you're not really sure what your secondary color is necessarily going to be, harsh accusations is a little bit more general purpose.
It was fun pulling all the cards out for this. It's just gonna trip down memory lane.
Huh?
Especially the old Harmony cards. It's like, remember those?
There is something charming about the bad but still like kind of quirky and fun of like older sets. It's like, yeah, all these cards are garbage, but
I think
are garbage.
Bring back Troublemaker face-off reaction.
we will see.
See, Premier
I'm wondering if we're going to see Winged Wonder
was when they started actually
in this match. The premier one. Good old Rainbow Dash.
Choice.
Yeah,
Should be some of that in here, I think.
nope, garbage.
Okay.
Okay, I
Let's go first.
to go second.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. I always thought that going first was automatic in this match, but Max chooses to go second. Okay. Sure.
Okay, you chose to go second.
Okay. Well, I see pink in Max's deck. Sure. A blue card only. 5%.
Greedy am I?
Very. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try it. I keep.
All right.
All right. Sure.
Good start.
Waiting confirmation on time.
Bank 2 pass.
3. Face. Spend 1 to move.
Okay.
Done at the start of the turn, but I know what you mean.
Yep. I suppose that makes sense. Maybe you want to go second so you can have that extra AT. That kind of makes sense to me.
1 for
Okay. That is the immediate eccentric Silver Stream. I'm going to have to be careful of everyone's points. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I'm pretty sure I see pink over there in Ivory Sand too. So this might just be blue pink versus blue pink.
We're not gonna. We're gonna be Lily. Not worth it yet. Score phase confront.
This is going to be going a mile a minute probably. At least until we pick up some. Oh, nice draw. Nice draw. Rainbow Dash and Mullet from the start. And there's a Party Mare in Max's hand as well. Pretty good start for an aggro deck. Let's play that Party Mare to home and then pass. Would be a possible play. Bank on doing Dash and Mullet next turn.
Score face.
Sure.
Oh, just leave it. Okay, that works too.
Bank and pass.
One draw.
Ivory, he's got Sorin. No, if Ivory's gonna be able to DFO.
This card's problem.
Especially with Silverstream in play, yeah. Ivory just hold on this? Playing these decks, I know my instinct, maybe this is why I'm not a great aggro player, is to always be attacking, to always be doing stuff on your turn. Often enough, passing is the right play. That's Buckball, okay. If he has a hasty friend, he probably DFOs here. See if I see any immediate removal in Max's hand.
Score phase.
Score face is fine.
Confront.
Yep.
There we go. Okay.
Face off. I believe I am up by 1.
I have. Sorry, 5-7. You are at.
I'm at 8.
For 1 bonus.
Yes.
Half it.
Okay.
I'd rather have the AT.
I'll play
Okay.
1 of that.
Ivy's gonna go.
So I'll go to 6.
Ivy scores 3.
Bonus, 1 for Buckball and 1 for Wannabat.
Yep. Okay. Pretty big advantage then. 4-point advantage for Ivory. That is a whole turn, essentially, the way these things go.
And I have 0 AT. Go ahead.
You're at 6.
Yep.
Gain 4 actions. Draw for turn. Go to main phase.
Okay, so. Max does have that dash and mullet, which is gonna be a super efficient turn one of these days. No AT on Ivory's side. So. A good opportunity. If he's got it. 6 AT is a good amount.
Plays itself.
His rec is mostly online. It doesn't have 3 pink. Some friends in hand. Let's see.
Buckball.
Sure, Buckball of his own. That's easier to confront than his. Yep. There we go. That's Buckball taken care of. Ooh. Dash and mullet, the only way he's going to be able to... Oh no, that's... Because... Well... We'll see. He can DFO for sure. Is there a way to do it without playing dash and mullet, though?
Confront.
Yep.
Score 1. Spend 2. Hasty cadence.
Yep.
Okay, that was a hasty cadence. Okay.
Face off.
Yep. You are definitely winning the face-off.
2 bonus. Puts me at 6. And that's my buckball strategy, so I go to 7.
Alright.
Yep.
Struck back indeed. And he kept the dash and mullet, which is a pretty big deal.
Meanie pants, we each draw a card.
Fire when ready is in play. Gonna get interesting. I admittedly was not a particularly strong player. Arguably, I'm still not in the era when Fire when ready was around. So the Fire when ready tactics are not things that come to me directly.
If this fired goozles.
In this world where everyone's got hasty stuff, who benefits from that being out? Well, you just stop and think for a second. Yeah, it's defense, of course. You play a thing to it whenever your opponent is trying to confront stuff. But that means that both players kind of sort of benefit from it being out. You didn't... Like, both players would save the opportunity to hasty something to it when they could.
Fire is the spice of life.
That kind of means that you're going to want to... Yeah.
This won't have any text, but I will play it anyway.
Yeah. I think you just go for single confronts, right? Oh, no? Okay. Well, yes, because Max only has 1 AT. So, that's a fair call in this situation, to get the 5 bonus. Oh, that's beautiful. Is that just game right there? It's almost.
13. Wait, no. I went... Yeah, no, that's correct.
Fire. I got goozled.
No, I go to 13. Sorry.
And then sometimes that happens when Fire and Ready is out. Yes.
That would have been funny.
It actually would have been really funny. Alright.
Okay, I go.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, first game 5. Draw for turn. Party mare. Odd even.
Okay, so yeah, this is with Ivory at 14. Real tough.
Okay.
Also, hello, Pancake. Good to see you in chat. We've had some fun matches. I don't know if you just showed up or not, but had some fun matches today. Highlander's been a good time. Okay, I do it. I'll see if they can work on getting the light at least changed a bit for the streams tomorrow, though, because not being able to see what that problem is definitely not ideal. And I always look away right when they're replacing problems.
Bring on the holiday spirit.
It's an option.
It's a pretty good. It's an alright option. It's not adoption options though.
We'll do this first. We're gonna spend 2. We're gonna go Lyra there.
Sure. Does Lyra have text? Well, 2 triggers processed in the order of your choosing.
What am I missing?
Lyra.
Yeah. If you reveal. Yeah. Well, Luna's gonna go.
Okay.
And then this is a friend. It is. We will move a friend. Move one of your characters. We'll move Silverstream there. Sure.
Alright.
You know AT.
Hello?
Hello.
All right. Welcome, Pancake.
Glad to be here.
I feel pretty safe that you'll be able to.
Yeah, you're right. That
You need to draw a card.
Pages has the answer.
Which
Just go for it and believe. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you get your points, and I guess there is a double shot there, but that's rough. It depends on if he draws anything.
Yeah. And Ivory will have 5 AT and only needs 1 point, so we'll see.
He does know the line, Pages. It's just a question of whether or not it's an actual line to play. Has pink blue been a common thing today, or is
No.
the only
So
two?
yeah, the two. I guess we've seen everyone in the event because it's. Oh no! What am I saying? I don't know why I said that. There are 8 people and we've seen 6 so far. Whatever. Anyway, the decks we've seen so far have been purple. Yeah, both Bugle and Hithark were playing purple, pink, white. Grandpa's is playing blue, white, blue, and Instagram was playing yellow, white, purple,
Hey, there's my fire one ready. You have 0.
and then this, two blue pinks.
I gotta clean up here.
Oh, man, Pages, you called it. There might have been a shot.
Home limit. Sack litter for.
Wow. Yeah. If Max had saved some AT, he has got legitimate options then. Max goes to 11, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
We're gonna go right ahead.
Yeah, unless one of them were 2 points, but that looks like to 11 to me.
Foolish. That's gonna be annoying to deal with. Okay.
All right. But you've got 4 AT, Ivory. I'm pretty sure you just.
Discord.
He just confronts on the 7, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he's got Fleetfoot coming behind Luna, so it's pretty. Should be able to do whatever he wants.
Do you confront Foolish just as a leave the counters on for a in case? I think that's probably the wisest idea, but
Yeah. Given that. But yeah, that's a caramel. Oh, yeah, I mean, that works too. +2. Luna comes, Fleetfoot comes.
Yeah, and Max, I think, is out of AT.
Out of
I'm
AT.
not seeing his there. Yeah.
Yep.
Score phase, confront.
What happened to Fire when ready with Ivory? I missed that. And
Oh, he just played something to it.
oh, he broke it just so that Max couldn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's more Fire when readies than you guys are gonna see for the next year.
You saw the line pages, but so did Ivory. Huh. That was a quick match for what would be a Highlander deck.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen some pretty crazy luck in the match that we actually saw on stream. Grandpa's drew both his Neighlander and his RTO in like his first like 11 cards, and just scored a pile of. He scored 6 points on one turn, and well, that was that.
Honestly, that wouldn't have
Dang. I guess that is the name of the game, just being able to get bursty with this.
become a dilemma.
Yeah. Maybe they'll play again. Got a lot of time left in this round.
It was just
Has anyone tried Farm? Or Control?
So I think both Bugle and Hithrock's deck are. You could argue they were control. I mean, they're kind of a bunch of things, but Bugle's deck was definitely control, true control, and Hithrock's deck was, I think, control-y enough. Yes.
Alright.
Like yeah, Hithrock is playing with the Celestia main, and Bugle is playing with the Luna main that searches for events. So
The one that you flip and costs 2 power? Or is 2 power?
yes, well, he had Buckball, so it was 2 power on both sides.
That's kind of ingenious.
Doing commentary, giving up your Friday.
I'm surprised there's not more Celestia mains, though. Like,
I was definitely expecting Celestia main to be all over the place. She seems pretty god tier in Highlander. At
I
least-
wonder if there's just not enough unicorns, or if the issue is getting cards into the discard quick enough.
Could be. I mean, there's not exactly a shortage of events. You need to run a fair number of them, though.
What other mains have we seen?
So Instagram was playing Reformer, Fluttershy, the Absolute Discord one.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, he was playing. I mean, yeah, I think that we could unambiguously call that a farm deck. Had a lot of epics, had a lot of face-off tricks. And Grandpa's was playing with Yona and Sandbar. And that's the extent of the mains that we've seen so far.
Huh. Reformer. Troublemakers who lose and can't have abilities. That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I mean, he used it well, I thought. It has the combo with villains in that you don't frighten your own stuff. The unfortunate thing I noticed was it makes it a little bit harder to farm Flash Bee Queen.
Just a wee bit.
But he was able to do it with friends only a couple times. That works.
Man, now I'm wondering, Celestia Flash Bee, if that's an actual combo that you can reliably get off. I know, I guess you'd have to go find the Flash Bee quick enough.
Well, so there is an event that searches for Troublemaker, right? Name of it.
And there's also Zeroed Out, which puts one straight into play
Yes.
if you go into blue.
Yeah, and Zeroed Out is a unicorn.
And then you just have your little bit of yellow to dabble into. Actually, yellow's got a bunch of control options.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm thinking.
This is Highlander. This is what it makes you do.
What's the weirdest card we've seen so far?
The weirdest card.
That was like, oh yes, of course, they're playing that card.
I would say that I think the one that I saw that I don't think I've ever seen before would be the Peachy Pit in Instagram's deck.
Give me a sec. The Suave Salesmare. When you win a face-off involved, if you have a Pegasus carry, you may exhaust this card to dismiss an opponent's resource. Interesting.
He did actually get a trigger off of it too, as well.
I suppose it makes sense with that.
Anything else that we saw that was really off the wall and weird? Don't know. I mean, I guess Bugle's Bane just in general, you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on in their round, he kind of just got a really unfortunate draw. And Hithrock just got a bunch of action generation in play and just won.
Right. I imagine there's actually a sufficient amount of action generation considering how much there's been printed over the years.
Yep. And most of them are unicorns and alicorns.
Oh, yeah. So let me just take 3 minutes as I exhaust every one of my action AT generators.
Well, it's like in that game, it was more let us all take 5 minutes to shuffle our decks because we're constantly searching for things. Yeah. It was, oh, well, yeah, so Bugle did have a pretty wonderful play of, he needed to challenge a Parasprite, I think, to potentially tie the game, and moved a Unicorn token away from that face-off before challenging it, so that Hithrock wouldn't have any AT that turn, and thus wouldn't be able to disrupt him. That was a pretty good play.
Nice. I like it. Man, the other one that I'm thinking of is anyone brought Tempest to just go turn 1 yellow Parasprite?
Not that I'm aware of yet. We haven't seen it.
Like that sounds like it would do nasty stuff.
Yeah, given that everyone is probably being fairly greedy with their entry, and you can only have one fire friendship if you want any protection.
In a 70 card deck at that, right? So
Yeah.
less draw for it.
Let me just see if we've got 3 rounds or anything else. If it is just 3, then I feel a little bad for you, because you came in just in time to see the game end, and that's it.
It got my appetite wet for this. I won't complain too much.
Yeah, honestly, I think, at least from the evidence we've seen so far, Highlander looks like an okay format. Something I'd probably want to see more of and experiment with a bit more in the future.
And you have less degrading over, oh crap, which cards do I cut? Because you get to run all of them.
Pretty much, yeah. 75 is a big number.
And you're not tripling up on stuff too, so.
I definitely get the sense that I would probably end up with a deck that does 6 different things and doesn't do any of them particularly well.
It was interesting just to see like the availability, like because we saw Hasty Cadence in Ivory's deck, and that's a card we haven't seen in a good while.
Not in a long time, no. Not since like original days of Hot Wings.
Yeah, like when there wasn't a whole lot and they were aiming for the 3 blue, 2 pink problem.
Hmm. Well, anyway, that's all. I'll let folks know. We do have more cards coming up tomorrow. I don't know if this will be the end of the stream or not. Do you remember, Pancake, when the adventure starts tomorrow?
I believe it's 5 Pacific, but don't quote me on that. And it's supposed to go to 9 Pacific?
It's 3 Pacific, 5 o'clock your time.
There we go. That's my call.
Yeah, so 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock for us because we're both central, and running until, well, probably fairly long. I don't know exactly till when.
Supposedly 9 mine, so 4 hours is the expected.
Sure.
Which,
Yep.
yeah, 4 games, depending on how many people are there. Makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah. And then the top cut will be on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific. That'll probably run a couple, maybe 3 hours as they get through all those. And those will, of course, both be adventure.
And how much mill is going to be here, and what are the counters to mill? That's going to be the most interesting stuff, I think, because we've reached the epitome of mill being the top deck, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So Hithrock has an interesting potential counter to mill, depending on how you consider it.
Oh?
His deck is 1,337 puck wedgies.
Seriously?
That's the deck list he shared with me.
I suppose that theoretically works as a mill counter. I mean, I was thinking more of going into pink for reshuffling. You have just 5 sideboard cards against mill, and hope that your base deck is good enough otherwise.
Yep, I mean that is the smart way to do it. Or you could just lodge a protest vote, as Hithrock is doing. Unfortunately, as Grandpa has already pointed out, the mill deck just mills itself in that context.
Right, and then it can confront. The other interesting tech is that if you're orange, you run the event that gets you more points anyways, or the mill resource, and go, okay, my deck's out, I'm now going to score twice as fast.
Yeah, actually, if you can get your own rock turrets in play, that kind of works.
But it will be interesting to see if this is the if it survives past BABSCon a banning, because I think this will be kind of determine, are the options to counter it actually viable, or is it just running away too much?
Yeah, I think I was listening to Bugle talking about it a bit before the stream went online, and I think he's playing some kind of hyper aggro to try to get in underneath it, which is one potential path to take. But you're right, probably. If this tournament goes by and the mill is still the king of the hill, there's probably action coming.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if there wasn't, because otherwise it's going to be so warping around the adventure format that it's either the decks are going to be mill and counter mill, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
But if that is the case anyways with this one, we're going to see if how much pink shows up, I think, will be of huge interest.
Yep.
As well as how much white, I think, has the ability to counter a spell with that resource. So I wonder if that's actually going to come into play in anyone's deck, just to stop the big old mill resources going.
Interesting. And yeah, that is one way to attack it for sure. Pink, of course, has blindfold as one of the main things I think to prevent the recursion. Right? Is the
Yep.
main yeah.
It has blindfold, and that also prevents your own deck from being exiled, right? So that they can't just uh, clear your graveyard and then wipe your board and shuffle everything back in, right?
Right.
So that's another huge piece. I'd also would not be surprised to see DJ Pwn 3 show up as a, hey, I am going to drop down and shuffle my discard into my deck. So have fun restarting your mill train.
That one, right? Yeah. Yeah, those are fine arguments. Both of those, well, the pink stuff could conceivably go into a cadence deck. They generally run blindfold already.
And it is a
Um,
pretty fast deck.
yeah, so that could be something to see.
So there's definitely some options. But on the flip side, are we talking about an existence where Mill is still warping the format too much around itself? Even if there are beatable decks, does it become just that pairing?
Yeah, yeah. Like yellow probably only has chances if it can just go ridiculously fast.
Yeah,
Which
it does have new Celestia got unbanned, so there is a possibility. But
yeah. Well, personally, I don't know if I'm happy with uh, yellow being viable just because it's the best aggro in town. I don't know if that's necessarily healthy for everybody else.
the other thing is I'm wondering if there is um, a dash farm deck where it runs two friends. It runs Thunderlane because Thunderlane is dumb. And then the only other friends it runs is Shopkeep. And it tries to get Dash strong enough with counters on her. Or I guess you would still run what's his face too, uh, Princess for a Night.
Oh yes, of course.
But just get Dash strong enough and go, hey, it don't matter. I can confront and face off against any troublemaker, even with no cards in my deck.
So we're using Rainbow Dash and tools to essentially emulate Applejack main at this point.
Yes. To counter Mill, so even when Mill's all the way goes, hey, you have no more troublemakers or anything. Maybe.
I mean, that's that's a fair point. How many? Like, you do need to. I'm wondering how many effective face-offs you have to be able to do stuff before you're out of cards. But yeah, I mean, you have a chance of that, I guess.
It depends on how fast you're scoring too, right? So it's one of those things where you have to kind of sandbag a little bit as well, because you don't want to give them more AT too quickly before you're getting at least a few cards in your hand.
Right.
And what you can do to make them stumble with
Right.
Brighton and whatnot.
Yeah. With that play model, you have the inevitability. So you actually go slow at the start with a farm deck. A little wild.
Very wild, especially when you're playing Dash.
All right. So yeah, we as far as anybody watching, we are just kind of waiting for the other rounds that we're playing to finish up, and then maybe we'll get some results for you before we sign off. That is going to be all the pony cards we're actually going to see on stream. But that match between Ivory and Max wrapped up real fast. So yeah, we'll hopefully get some results, and then probably sign off for you.
But this has certainly whet the appetite, I think. I look forward to what Highlander brings for ponies now.
I think so. Yeah. The next proper tournament, I guess, will be Winnie City. When is that? Usually, is that in July?
Winnie City. Let me look.
I don't know if they are necessarily inclined to run a Highlander event there, but
June 7th and 9th.
June. Okay, that is. Oh, that's still a fair ways in the future, actually. 3 months?
69 days, even.
No, less than 3 months. 2.5 months or so. Um, yeah, it would be nice to see maybe some Highlander there, maybe at Everfree or whatever. I think so far, at least, this has been a positive introduction to the format.
Until someone finds the, oh, here's the easy win button. But even still, I think there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff going on. And it's not like we have a Thassa's Oracle in the format yet, so.
You'll have to explain that to the non-Magic players.
Thassa's Oracle is a card in Magic the Gathering that says, when this enters play, if you have no cards in your deck, win the game. And so people have another card that says exile your deck, more or less. And so they end up winning the game in a Highlander really, really fast just by getting those two cards. And it's very, very format warping at the moment.
Interesting. Well, yeah, we definitely don't have that yet. And probably never will.
Yeah, Pinky got banned.
That's right! That's right! Piggy was that card! I forgot. Jeez.
Yep, she was the variant of it. We went enough of that.
Very quickly, yes. Yeah, I guess, yeah, orange was the only color we didn't see today. I was kind of expecting a little bit of it, maybe. As I kind of said before you got here, orange seems like it should be okay in Highlander. It's kind of generally consistently reasonable in a variety of
Especially
cards.
with Grogar, right? Being
Oh,
able
yeah.
to
Yeah, Grogar main.
be a big start and then have your friends turn into resources. And it seems like it could be very good.
Light asks, what beats Hot Wings in Neighlander? I think you were the one who brought up Tempest. I think Tempest has a chance, probably.
Oh, I guess was Ivory and Max the top match?
I'm not sure. Probably they were just like they prioritized giving us players we hadn't seen before. I think.
Right. I mean, I'm sure that there's plenty of decks that can slow it down. Because if Hot Wings doesn't have its consistency of point accelerant or friends, or if the friends are a little bit slower, it gives a lot of opportunity for even one or two blocks to come into play. If you can, troublemakers I think are going to be way more effective in Highlander, just because finding your busters is going to be so much more difficult.
Right. There's only like even in Harmony, there aren't actually that many dilemmas, and you can only have one in your deck. Like what? 4 or 5 blue ones? Or am I just overcounting badly? You got TRX and Terror. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was. We have Trot. We've got Buckball. We've got the one that the next friend costs 2 less. We have I'm sure there's another playable one in blue.
There's the one that sets AT2 stuck
Yep,
together.
stuck together. And then in pink we've got the problem swapper.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and then there's some yellow ones, but yeah. So yeah, I think I would be willing to potentially bet on Control versus Hot Wings.
I do think Hot Wings will be a heavy hitter, but the thing is if you're having trouble with Hot Wings, especially in Highlander, go farm. Hot Wings has always had trouble with farm because it tries to be a mid-range deck, and it's the exact kind of deck that farm just tends to gobble up.
Right. Now, I certainly tend to assume, based on my initial sort of reading of the format, that farm is kind of challenged in Highlander because proportionally there aren't actually that many epics when you can only have one copy in your deck.
Right. So, but the question is does that mean it becomes an aggro farm where you're just trying to beat them as quickly as possible and get confront points rather than any kind of stall tactics?
Right.
I think it's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. Right. Sort of the way that Rainbow Dash Farm always used to play.
Right. And especially, and we do have some big heavy hitters with Grogar, right? And you start running normal troublemakers, so once you get Grogar, you start cycling things out.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that every deck is supposed to run Yellow Parasprite as well.
I mean, I guess we only saw small fractions of every deck, but we've only actually seen one come into play so far on stream.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we see what normally we get to see about half a deck. Now we're seeing 20% of a deck, so there's a lot less cards.
Probably, yeah, but it makes sense. Yellow Parasprite is still an ace card.
The other thing that's going to be interest is that problem decks are going to be so much more valuable.
What happened here? You want to post the standings?
What
Right.
you flip into is going to be
Right.
a big deal.
Yes. Before you showed up, Instagram. Oh, I think we may be about to lose the floor stream. Unless, oh, we're gonna see results. Okay, maybe if that focuses a bit. Ah, there we go. Haha.
Hey.
So yeah, Ivory and Max were the top by the looks of it. Hot Wings. I don't know what Sokol was playing.
Ara was on some kind of control too. So both Ara and Bugle are control players, we know for sure. Ended up at the bottom there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It does look like aggro is the starting beast of the format.
Seems so.
Does make a moderate amount of sense, but we'll see how quickly that changes in the future.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it looks like we have had the floor stream taken away. And we're coming up on the top of the hour. Any comments you want to make? I think I'm gonna take us offline here. Okay.
No, just look forward to see everyone tomorrow. And we got more ponies. Woo.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll have the main event tomorrow, of which this was just the appetizer. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming out and chatting in our Stream chat. Pancake and I will be back. What was that time again?
3 o'clock Pacific, 5 Central.
Yes, for the adventure main event tomorrow. See you then.